Hello everybody. So now we are going to discuss the way we can do the unit conversion and how we can know exactly if the factor that we have is to be multiplied or divided, especially for compound units as we will see. So the main idea that we will be build or depending on when we do the unit conversion is very simple idea is that if you have a number and you multiply this number by and divided by the same quantity. And for example, I'm talking about let's say 5. If you multiply 5 by 7 and divide by 7, you did nothing. You didn't change anything about the value of the number. If you multiply it by 10, divide by 10, it's the same. Divide by 100 and multiply by 100, it's the same. So what we are going to do is we will multiply this quantity that we have by a fraction whose numerator and denominator are equal. And this is very important thing, and I want to stress on this because this will be important to grasp here, and especially for the next video inshallah, is that the main idea here is that it's multiplying by a ratio of two equal things. These two equal things depend. You have to understand that these two numbers, the numerator and denominator, are equal, or the quantities are equal, and this is as I said the main point. So for example, let's convert 10 meters to centimeters. I'm going to start with simple examples here, and then it's gonna get more and more complicated as we go forward. So if I want to convert 10 meters into centimeters, so what we will do is we will say that 10 meters equals 10 meters multiplied by 100 centimeter over 1 meter. So here you would see that 1 meter equal 100 centimeter. This is the conversion factor that we have. If you go back to the it was sorry. Here to the table of unit conversion, we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So this quantity is equal to this quantity. Okay, so from this piece of information, we were able to say that 10 meters it's still 10, and we will multiply it by 100 centimeters over 1 meter, which is 1. This ratio is 1. So it's 10 meters multiplied by 1. It's always going to be 10 meters. But this ratio that we are going to use here, or that we are using here, is put in a way so that the meter is going to cancel out. This will cancel this, and we will end up with centimeter and bunch of numbers. And these numbers would be multiplied, divided, whatever the mathematical operation that we will do to get the final value in centimeter. So we converted the unit. So this is how we can do this. Let's take another example. If we want to convert 2 square meters into square centimeters, it's also the same thing. 2 meters square is equal to 2 meters square multiplied by 1. This one is the same ratio, 100 centimeter divided by 1 meter, but this is meter power 2. So we have to make sure that the units are raised to the power 2 as well. So this is meter power 2, so this whole ratio is raised to the power 2. So in this case it's 2 meter square, this is 1 meter square, and this is 100 centimeter square. And now we can cancel this meter square with this meter square, and we will have 2 multiplied by 100 power 2, which is 10,000, so it's 20,000 centimeters square. One last thing, which is the years to seconds. This is not the time is not in the table of unit conversions that we covered before, and this is because it's a very well-known thing. We know that the hour is 60 minutes, the minutes are 60 seconds, the day is 24 hours. These are well-known things. It doesn't need to be put in a table. So if we want to convert time, just depend on your information. So or put them in a table if you want to put them for yourself. So 2 years to seconds, then it's going to be 2 years, and then I'm going to do this in increments. I don't have a direct conversion from years to seconds, so I can convert it from year to day, from day to a minute, to hour, from hour to minute, from minute to second. So this is what we have here. I know that it's 2 years, and the year is 365.25 days per year, and then the day is 24 hours. So and it's important to make sure that you put the units in the proper place, either in the numerator or the numerator or the denominator. So the years here is a numerator, then it has to be in the denominator, so they cancel each other. The days here is a numerator, then it's here in the denominator, and so on. So hour will cancel hour, minute will cancel minute, so we will end up with the second, which is this number here. Okay, so it's very simple, very straightforward, and you might be asking yourself now, so why we have to go through this long process? It seems easy and straightforward. I can just get it by myself. The reason is when you try to do the unit conversion for compound units, it gets really confusing, and there is a very big chance of flipping the conversion factor. I mean to multiply instead of divide, or divide instead of multiply. In compound units. So, for example, if you have the acceleration due to gravity, I'm used to the SI unit, so that's why I want to convert it into foot per minute square, and this G is known to be 9.81 meter per second square. So I want to convert the meter into foot and the second into minute. And to do this, we will convert both. And now will come the question. I have foot in the numerator and minute power 2 in the denominator, and now you might get confused. But again, the procedure that we follow is very straightforward, very simple. So we will go one by one. We will convert the meter first by this conversion factor, which is here we have the length 1 meter and 1 foot. So 1 meter equals 3.2808 foot. So this is the conversion of the meter into foot, and then we have the second, and of course minute is in the denominator to cancel this, and foot is in the numerator. And then we have second square. We want to convert this second square into minute square, so it's going to be second here in the numerator and then minute in the denominator. This is all raised to the power of 2 because this is second power 2, and finally we will have meter cancelled, and it's replaced by foot. The second square is cancelled and it's replaced by minute squared, and this is the result in foot per minute square. Let's take another example, which is the density of water. It's known to be 1000 kilograms per meter square, and we want to know the value in pound per foot cube. Again, we will go to the the table of unit conversion. We want to convert kilogram into pounds, meter cubes into foot cubes. If you check the table, you would see here that there is the conversion of 1 kilogram into pound mass, and we have here the conversion of pound mass into kilogram. So you are free to use any of them as long as you are using the right conversion factor. For the length, we can use the conversion of meter to foot as we did in the previous example, or there is already the volume here, so you can use meter cubed into foot cube. And I remember, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this number is this number raised to the power of 3, and conversion of meter cube to foot cube is the same as conversion of meter to foot raised to the power of 3. So whatever you like is going to be okay. So the conversion is going to be 1000 kilogram per meter cube. Then we multiply this by pound over, of course this is pound mass, 0.4536 kilograms. So now the kilogram is cancelled. For meter cube, I put the length, but and raise it to the power 3. But you can use the volume conversion. It's going to be totally fine, and it's going to produce the same result. One last example that we can have here is the viscosity of water, and this is one thing I like here to mention about the unit conversion, that you don't need to be very familiar with the quantity that you are converting its units. By this I mean this because, or I'm mentioning this because we all know the acceleration due to gravity. We all know the density of water, and you might know that it is 62.4 pound per foot cube before you do the unit conversion. But the viscosity for most of the students is not something that they are familiar with, and they are not familiar with the units. So even if you're not familiar, it's fine, and it's not a big deal. You can always do the unit conversion as long as you know what you are starting with and what you are ending with. So the viscosity of water is 10 power minus 3 kilogram per meter second. Sometimes it's put as Pascal second, because Pascal is kilogram per meter second squared. So if you multiply it by second, it's kilogram per meter second. So it's either Pascal second or kilogram per meter second. And we need to know the value of the viscosity in centipoise. So centipoise is centi something. This is one of the prefixes that we talked about before. Let me check. It is not here. Oh, here. So we have here the prefixes. We talked about them before, and we have here centi. It's like centimeter. It is 10 power minus 2 of the meter. Okay, 1 over 100. So the same thing here. You have centipoise as we have centimeter. So I don't know what is the poise, but that's why poise here is defined as gram per centimeter second. So if you look at the poise, it is the unit of viscosity in the CGS units. It's gram instead of kilogram, centimeter instead of meter, and second is the same. So it is it is centipoise. I don't know, it's my first time to see the poise, but okay, I know that this is how poise is defined. I know that I want to convert kilogram into gram, meter into centimeter, and then and if I do this, I will convert it from kilogram per meter second into poise, and then I want to convert poise into centipoise, which should be done later. It's not going to be a big deal. So the conversion of units is going to be each one of units separately. So we are converting kilogram into gram. So I'm multiplying by 1000 gram over kilogram. The meter, so I multiply by meter over 100 centimeters. So now the kilograms cancelled, meters cancelled. So now it is 10 power minus 2. Of course, it's 10 power minus 3 multiplied by 1000. It's 1 divided by 100. It's 10 power minus 2 gram per centimeter second, which is 10 power minus 2 poise. Now I want to convert this from poise into centipoise. So it's, think of this as the same conversion that we have here, from meter to centimeter. So I want to convert this poise into centipoise. Then I will multiply it by centipoise over poise, and I know it's 1 poise is 100 centipoise. It's like 1 meter is 100 centimeter, 1 poise is 100 centipoise, and finally is going to be 1 centipoise. And this is good to mention here, is that the centipoise is a unit that is used frequently in defining the viscosities, because it gives easy numbers to deal with. So instead of saying it's 10 power minus 3 Pascal second, then we are saying that it's 1 centipoise. So this is all for this video. We will continue next video and talk about the conversion of units if there is temperature included, which is a little tricky, so I'm keeping it for next time. So I'll see you then.